Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I wanted to film this really quick intro for this video because it's a little bit different than other videos that I've filmed here on my channel. Last week I was able to meet up with Andrea from B0 when I was in Boulder, Colorado, and she was kind enough to film a video with me for my channel, sharing the things that she brings with her when she's out and about to produce less trash. So Andrea has a nonprofit called B0, and I'll leave all the links for it in the description for you guys. But her nonprofit's really about education, about teaching people how to simplify their lives and create less trash. And I really admire her and all the work she does for her organization. And so I thought it would be cool for her to sort of show us what she brings with her, you know, when she's out and about. Something I really admire about Andrea is that she puts a lot of value into her belongings, and I think that's so important when it comes to wanting to live a simpler and more sustainable, low-waste lifestyle, is putting value into your stuff, because then if something breaks, you'll want to fix it or get it mended instead of just tossing it away and purchasing another disposable item. So that's something I really admire, something that I'm working on in my life personally, and so I'm really excited to share this with you guys, and I hope you enjoy. Let's get into it.
We're an international nonprofit that our mission is really to inspire, to educate and activate individuals to dramatically reduce their trash and plastic footprint and to live a little bit more simple and meaningful lifestyles. So I started B0 we've been a nonprofit for 1 year, and but before that, B0 was kind of a blog, a little bit of this and that. It was kind of just sharing my lifestyle. My background is in environmental education. I've been in environmental education since I was 14 years old. I just turned 37, so it's been a long time. But the zero waste stuff kind of came about in 2007 when I think a lot of people came across Bea Johnson, and I found her blog back in 2007 when she just started it. And at the time I was working in environmental education, and it was kind of this aha moment where I realized that I was doing all this stuff to help the environment, like teaching people about protecting manatees and whatever, but then when I got home I didn't think about what I was throwing away or what I was buying or what I was eating or where things came from or where they went, and so it kind of ushered in this kind of evolution of developing this relationship with the things that we own and the environment and the community and the food we eat, and etc. Yeah, I keep a lot of stuff, mind you. I work out of the house, so I mostly meander through Boulder during the day and bounce through coffee shops with my laptop and my notebooks. So I'll point out too that, you know, a lot of this stuff is about reducing your waste and rethinking what you have and how things bring value to your life. So the things I do own are very precious to me and very valuable to me. So this bag actually is a bag made here in Colorado. It's from a company called Winter Session. Yeah, it's different colors. It's handmade. I've met the people who made it. They're amazing. They're just down in Denver in the 5 Points neighborhood. Let's see. I'll start with the main pocket. Okay, so I always have reusable bags with me. This is just a net bag that I use a lot if I'm downtown here, if I'm stopping in the market or the farmer's market that happens to be open up. I can use this. Bunches up small.
I have one of those too. They're deceptively spacious. Like you can fit a lot of stuff in them.
Yeah, I have a slightly bigger one, and this will fit probably, you know, like 2 or 3 plastic bags worth.
Yeah, totally.
I have my hanky, which is not used. That's why if it's used, I put it in my pocket, which some people think is gross, but
I don't think it's gross.
I don't think it's gross. I have a little cloth napkin, which I found at a thrift store when I was home. And then this is probably one of my favorite things. This is my little bento bag.
Oh, that's really
It's made from linen. It's handmade from Non-Disposable Life. They're on Instagram.
I really like that. I haven't seen anything like that before. I like the design of it.
Isn't it pretty? And I think it's important to have things that are beautiful and meaningful to you. It helps me keep inspired and optimistic, and it allows me to do my work with a little bit with more intention. So I really pay attention to the things I have and own, even though it's very little amounts of things. Okay, let's see. I have my hair, my comb, because you gotta like adjust those bangs. This still has hair. This is my lint brush. My dog is in major shedding mode, so you just lint yourself like that.
You have a golden, right?
I have 2 goldens now.
She has a golden and
2 rescues.
Oh, you have 2?
We just got another one, rescued another one
so you really
2
need
months.
This,
Right now it's pretty crazy. This is my keys.
Oh, that's really cool too.
This I found at a thrift store. They had like a bin of stuff that was going to get like tossed or something.
Oh, really?
It was like, you know, it was like super deep discounts. You know they were gonna like get rid of that stuff. But this was brand new. And it holds all my keys. It's like a vintage. It still had the like tag in it.
It's so like sophisticated too.
Isn't
That's
it?
what I love about this sort of thing, is that it's just really going back to a time where things were taken care of and just more
absolutely
sophisticated feeling, you know. So that's
I totally believe that. Yeah, I think it's important, like, you know, to have, like I was saying before, to have things that will last you. It's so important. Take care of it more. So I have my Kindle because sometimes I do sit along the creek here and read my book. That's where I keep little bits of things in. So if some of you guys follow me, you know I'm sort of obsessed with my notebooks and pens, and so this is where I store some of my extra ink from my fountain pens, which have never leaked in all the years I've
are concerned about that, right?
Yeah,
but they don't.
No, never leaked. I have this really great sore muscle stress relief stuff that came in a tin. This stuff smells like kind of that menthol. So you kind of smell like an old person.
I like that though.
I do like it too.
It opens up your sinuses.
I use this a lot on, like, if I'm traveling or if I'm just feeling a little stressed out. I have a little pencil. This is an old tape measure because you never know.
They're so handy. Was that your grandma's?
This was my grandma's.
I have my grandma's tape measure too, and it's so funny because I use it all the time.
Yeah, I do too. And people always ask me if I have one. For some reason, I'm
well,
like,
actually, I do.
I do have one. And these are my grandma's
those are so
scissors.
sweet.
Yeah, so just little things in there. I have hair ties, of course, if you're a girl and you have long hair. And I found all my hair ties on the floor, people.
Nice. And then do you
I just wash them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just like stick them in my back pocket and then I wash them. I put them in some essential oil and hot sudsy water and let them air dry. But I haven't bought hair ties in a long time.
That's awesome.
We'll just stick those in there. Okay, so I'll go to, here's my little, so I have an eye issue right now. People always ask me if I buy stuff like medications and stuff. Yeah, sometimes I do. It's not about, I think what people have to realize that there's no such thing as you can't make no trash.
Right, and you don't need to deprive yourself.
Yeah.
Like, if you need medicine, you're not going to be like, no, I can't.
Yeah.
I can't make trash.
Right. That we exactly. We live in a linear economy, which means we're designing things for the trash can. So the idea of zero waste is a type of economy, but we don't live in that yet. And so all we can do is what I call, and what we teach at B0 is the circular mindset. So that means kind of navigating through things that are reducing your waste, right? So I try to be mindful of like what I purchase. So this happened to be in glass, which was fabulous. And then I always have my little picnic knife, which I'm not gonna.
I have that too, but I didn't know if I could bring it on an airplane.
I don't.
didn't. Yeah.
Just in case.
Because I think the blade's a little bit too long. But for just around town.
For around town, I do. I just always remember to take it out of your bag because I almost forgot it to take it out.
Oh, when you go to the airport.
You're like, I'm not trying to do anything bad. These are my chopsticks.
Those are so cool. I saw those. You posted those on Instagram recently.
Sushi. I've got just my wooden spoon.
Very cool. Necessary.
Necessary. So I've had the Traveler's Notebook, this one, for 8 years now. Oh, okay. It's been all around the world with me. I have 2 now because I write so much. I'm very analog based. I think people might think that's contradictory, like Zero Waste Girl writes on paper or something. But I do. I don't throw anything away. But this is my traveler's notebook, and they're customizable notebooks with this elastic band system.
This is really cool.
So this one is my personal one, traveling. I like to document life. So like I'll do things like this. When I go to the beach, I have a little camera that I like to take, but I like photography. So that's what I use. I even have a little watercolor set. And then if I go places, yeah, they're paper watercolors. These are, they're called Peerless watercolors, and they're paper watercolors, and they're super concentrated, and so you can clip them out and, you know, just use a little bit. And so I always keep a little bit with me to
be able to watercolor on the go.
Yeah.
That's so special.
Yeah. So I like doing that. So that's the one notebook. Okay. And then the other notebook is my work notebook. This is like vital to my existence. But it's the same type of notebook, traveler's notebook. In here I have probably 4 notebooks. It's also my wallet. And so I have projects. Yeah, I have projects I'm working on. I have my daily tasks. And then I'm also just kind of bigger, scoping out bigger projects in the future. So there's that in here. But yeah, so I kept all of my notebooks from when I've gotten these, and I think I probably have almost 20 of them. So
over 8 years though.
Yeah. So I try to be really like particular about what I write, and I also go back and look through them for ideas or like what I did and stuff. So
that's really special to have that.
Yeah. If I have the one thing that I have that I keep are my notebooks, but you gotta add value to your life, peeps.
Absolutely. That's the most important.
Another notebook.
Okay. What's this one for?
This one's my daily calendar spread.
Oh, okay.
So I could totally use a phone, right? But for me, writing it down makes a difference.
So different.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
Let's see. And then I have my pens.
Okay. I'm excited about this because I have questions about fountain pens.
So I haven't used disposable pens in quite a while, probably 6-7 years. This is my brass pen case. I only have 2 fountain pens. I do want one more though. They are different, but and I have 1 brass pencil. And so I use fountain pens. These are things that have been around before disposable. People were using these. These are nothing new. But this is a fountain pen that is the medium nib, and basically what I do is write like a normal pen, but they're refillable through ink. And so this right here is the converter, and a converter is basically the mechanism that sucks up the ink out of your ink jar. Right. It's like I'm from the 1800s or something.
Teaching us all something new.
Now a lot of fountain pens don't have this converter piece, so you have to kind of, if you're shopping around for one, make sure that you can get a converter. You don't have to like press down, it's just a very light motion, so there's not a lot of tension in your hand.
It's sort of like, this is random, but like with the safety razor too, like you don't have to press
exactly.
with the safety razor, same idea.
Exactly, so cool. The same thing. So I have 2 different kinds, and then I have my brass pencil, which is a bullet pencil, which is refillable. So you just add the pencil and the eraser. I've never lost these. I've traveled around the world with them and always stayed safe. Let's see, I have my sunglasses and my glasses. My reading glasses are in here. My phone. Let's see. Headphones are in here too. Everyone probably has headphones. I have RMS Beauty, which I really like.
I love them too.
This is a lip to cheek. This is in Smile.
That color's so pretty.
Isn't it pretty?
Yeah,
this is my summer color. And then this is one that I'm using up from Aveda. This is a reusable, I think my mom bought me these too. It's a reusable container, so this comes out and you replace the lipstick. Some Avedas have a take back program, and so I'll take back this empty one there. And then my mom got me this one for sure. She's like, people love sending me gifts that are like, it's compostable.
Yeah.
And so this is just a compostable lip balm.
Okay. Yeah, I have one that I'm using sort of similar to that.
Yeah.
It has a little bit of a tint to it.
Yeah, it has like a push thing.
Yeah, it's like a push pop or something.
Yeah, it is.
Cool.
And then the last thing really in here is my camera. This is probably the least zero-waste thing I have. But
wow.
this is a mint.
Oh, it looks like a Hasselblad.
Sort of, yeah. So this is a combination of a twin reflex and an instant camera.
Oh my gosh, I've
talking
never
about
seen
not
one like
telling
that
people
before.
to do disposable, but it sounds like it's okay. Yeah, so you just kind of take photos this way.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
So it's like a Polaroid style, like
Yeah,
the pictures in your
it takes
notebook.
Fuji. Yep, just kind of like the same.
Cool.
I love taking, but I think with this, what I like about it the most is you've got one shot and you have to be very selective and very careful. And so I don't just randomly like take photos.
Right. You're very intentional.
Yeah,
about
it's
it.
like there has to be like this moment and the lighting and something, it has to mean something. So and this is one of my treasures.
Oh yeah, so this is a keep cup?
Yeah, this is my keep cup.
I've seen these on Instagram, but not in real life. I like
I've been
that
using
lot.
this a lot. I use this for water, tea, coffee. Here. Let's see, I think that's it. I would say, I think the first step, I would do like a trash audit. Think about what you're throwing away. Look into your trash can. What do you got in there? You know?
Yeah, absolutely.
And then start to look around at your stuff and what you're doing. I think there's 3 parts to this circular mindset that we teach. And the first step is simplifying. And what are your true wants and needs? You know, what really brings value to your life? What do you really love? It's taken me a bunch of years to kind of, you know, really filter down to the things that are very important to me and help me live my life so I can share it with others better. And by no means is it perfect. There isn't. And so simplifying and looking into what you're purchasing, that trash audit helps a lot. And then second is moving from disposables to reusables. So anything that is very typical one-time use, when that thing is over, just make a promise not to buy that anymore. Think of a durable, reusable item. Everything I have here just about is going to last me for years to come. I don't need to really repurchase, you know, except notebooks once a year. And then lastly, just get involved with your community. Be a mindful consumer. You know, shopping less, shopping more, mindfully, consciously. Those are really important things. It's kind of a combination of this stuff. I think we want like a silver bullet solution where like if you got to do all the things or something. That it's just our infrastructure is not built that way.
Right.
And I'm truly a believer that there's many paths up the mountain to live, and we have to do what's good for us and what we feel will help our lives. So don't try to do it all or think you have to do it all.
It's a process for sure. You can't change your whole life structure overnight. It's not going to be sustainable that way.
Exactly.
Right?
It should be meaningful. Like this was a slow progression. You know, I started this back in 2007 and I wasn't sticking my trash in a jar or anything, and I don't even focus that much on that anymore either. I really focus just on how can I add value to the things in my life and my community and the people around me and to the things that are important to me, and then just building, it's relationship building.
Right, absolutely.
That's really what it is.
So that's everything in Andrea's bag. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll leave the links to all of her social media channels in the description below. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to show her some love over on Instagram too, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.